Plaintiff Charles Amy was friends with the defendant and his wife, and he considered the defendant to be like a brother. Charles claims he bought a truck from the defendant, but he failed to provide a title to Charles within 30 days, so he's suing. Defendant Curtis Hornbeak and his wife Amanda say after they met Charles, it took them a while to realize just how shady Charles was. Curtis claims Charles once moved a woman and her children into his home, but when she refused to have sex with Charles, he kicked them all out. They're countersuing for breach of contract.
Start with you. I'll give you a little background on Curtis and Mandy and I. Curtis and Mandy and I were considered friends to the point where Curtis at one time called me brother. At this point, to hear that term brother appalls me. Curtis, in the dealings with Curtis and looking back.
Just to hear the term?
To hear the term brother.
I call a lot of guys who I feel close to. What's up, brother?
It does.
What's up, bro?
And we've used that.
You're not about to get sick or nothing. You're not to throw up or nothing now. That's I call adore my brother. Yeah. What's up, bro?
Hey. Absolutely.
Go ahead, sir.
Anyways, yeah, that to me, that's not a term I care to hear anymore after hearing that from Curtis.
All right.
I met Mandy and Curtis at a local rock club they both worked at. Mandy was a bartender. Curtis was a bouncer there.
What's that, a rock club? What's that mean?
Local rock club?
Yeah, that's
No, sir. No, sir. Nightclub.
The rocks.
Nightclub.
Oh, nightclub. I got you.
Nightclub.
Make it clear, say nightclub.
Nightclub.
All right.
Absolutely, a nightclub.
Because where Doyle and I from, the rock club means
yes, sir.
They smoke rocks.
No.
All right, go ahead. And your relationship was smooth all the way up until this incident that you're suing about?
No, sir.
All right, tell me the nature of your friendship throughout the years. Well, it wasn't smooth.
It wasn't smooth. It's kind of rocky. Curtis,
Why?
Curtis was helping me with I have a small business, property preservation business. Curtis was helping me with that. Times that Curtis would show up, times that wouldn't hear from him for a couple of days, wouldn't show up, things like that.
Let me get some background from you on the nature of your relationship.
Like I said, met him at the bar that we worked at and whatnot. Got real close, and took me a little bit longer to figure out how shady he really is. You know, for example, he let girl move in his house and her kids because they didn't have a place to go. Some girl and her kids. So, and a week later she wouldn't give it up, so he threw her out. He had tried to get all his employees to sign a contract that worked for him that said if they ever did any kind of work that involved anything that he did, which is
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Preservation. Let me finish. Sorry to interrupt you.
That he could sue them for everything they had. And every one of his employees threw that contract right back at him and walked out and got a hold of who was contracting through him and basically took his contracts away from him because they found out what kind of guy he was. Mm-hmm. He's had his sister in court. Everybody he knows he's took to court.
About
for something.
What? Something, whatever
for something, for whatever.
Your Honor, I've never had my sister in court. I've never had my sister in
How
court.
many
That's
times
a lie.
have you been to court?
I have a business. I had a landscape business for a number of years. I was in court with small claims with people just like with
with your employees.
With the Curtis and them, with my employees. Never with my employees.
Well, he was one.
Here's the one here now. Yes.
He's the only employee you went to court with?
Yes, sir.
Who are the other people?
The other people, I was in a car accident, hit rear end at 50 miles an hour. I was in court with them. I had a store.
Ambulance chasing, okay.
Yeah, I had a store that was also a business deal over a store that I owned.
Okay. Go ahead and tell me why you're suing today.
Okay, as far as the girl that lived with me, she lived with me for 6 or 8 weeks. I bought her groceries for her and her kids. I paid her groceries. I bought her groceries. Her husband would tell you.
You threw her and her kids out because she wouldn't give it up.
I caught her smoking meth in my house. Her husband still comes to my house today. Okay, we are friends.
Is that what she went back? She returned
No, she didn't go back. She didn't go back here. I had spoke to her. I was working.
Where did she go when you put her out?
She went to one of her friends' houses.
You're stuttering. She went to the homeless shelter. You put the woman out, and her kids, to the homeless shelter.
Yes, I did, because I had no choice. When you're doing meth in my home, that puts me responsible. I was working 7 days a week at a factory and property president.
Sir?
I'm sorry?
What are you suing him for?
I am suing him for selling me a truck and not having a contract, not having a title. At the end, not having a title in 30 days like we originally agreed to.
Okay.
I gave him the money. He never had the title. The truck got impounded. I got pulled over for driving while suspended. The truck got impounded.
After he
went to the impound with me the day after it got impounded. He went to the impound with me, told me he would return to my house with the title and we would go back and get it. You can see in my notes, in my message, Your Honor, to him on Facebook messages and on my phone messages, I contacted him continuously trying to get him to go with me to get that truck back or bring me the title.
You were never able to get the truck?
No, sir. No, never able to get the truck out of impound because he would not bring me the title.
All right, go ahead.
It wasn't supposed to be a sale. I know I may have wrote it up like that originally, but we
has
discussed
some-
it, and I
let me
have
see what you
evidence that proves that it was just a loan.
Now, what did you write it up for? Do you have something?
I don't have it.
Sir, what was the nature of the transaction? You all, first,
here.
let's get this
Can I
done.
bring this to you?
You purchased it from him?
I purchased it from him, Your Honor, giving him 30 days to buy the truck back because the truck was supposed to have came from his grandfather. And,
Hold on.
Out of the kindness of my heart.
Hold on. You were going to give it back to him.
If he paid me back the $1,800 within 30
So
days.
this sounds like a loan for collateral.
No, sir.
Correct.
It was not. It was
Exactly. That's
How do you
exactly
going to buy something and then give it back?
Because,
What's
Your
the
Hon-
purpose?
Because, Your Honor,
loan.
because the truck supposedly came from his grandfather's estate, and just out of the kindness of my heart, I told him in 30 days, if you have the $1,800, you can buy it back.
Sir.
This was
No. I'm interpreting that as a loan with collateral. That's
Okay.
what that is. A purchase means that you purchase it
Receipt says
permanently.
What contract says I purchased it, Your Honor?
Let me see it, please. I, Curtis Hornbeak, sold a Ford Ranger, gold in color, for $1,800. That's all this says, is that he sold you a car. It doesn't say anything about returning it in 30 days. Doesn't say anything
Yes, sir.
other than that. You tell me, why didn't you give him the title for the truck that he paid you for?
Because it was supposed to be a loan against the truck, and the truck was supposed to be collateral.
Not a purchase.
No.
If it was a purchase, why would he accept $1,000 back from?
I,
Why didn't-
Hornbeak, sold.
I understand that, sir.
Well, then if you understand that it was a sale, why are you referring to loan?
Because that's what it was supposed to be. He was supposed to give me the chance to buy it back, and I'd already given him $1,100 back on the
Sir,
truck.
what you described was a loan.
Yeah,
I can only go by the receipt.
I understand.
The
I have
receipt says,
messages. I have a message from him that says I gave him $1,100 back towards the truck.
and none of this is true.
Your Honor, I loaned them money several times. They never
Let's see
paid
what
back.
you have there that you're talking about.
I worked for him. He didn't.
I
loan
gotta
me.
go with you want me to go with a text over a written receipt.
Signed by Curtis.
Let's see if you discussed anything. This is from Frank. I'm going to run my mouth, you piece of You brought me $1,100 out of $1,800 and then came back and got another $200 when you knew your time was about up. That's $900. I have never lost a case in small claims. That means you do sue a lot, like you said.
See?
In selling me a vehicle without title, they will order you to pay double. Where does it say it was a loan, sir?
Well, it says that I had given him the $1,100 back towards the truck.
No, sir.
He never gave you
sir.
$1,100?
That's it. That's from him. That's
That-
from him.
You
Not on
brought
the-
me
not on the truck.
$1,100 out of $1,800. Sure is, sir. You're lying.
Not on the truck.
Now, what did he bring it to you on?
Truck.
What-
What's
what
that?
else did I get
On money they-
$1,800?
What did he bring it to you on?
On money that they borrow from me. They borrow several
borrowed on
times.
what? Tell me on what?
Several times they borrow money for their bills.
That
You
was
can't
the
tell
money.
me what? When? Give me, add it up, $1,800.
Added up
Of loans
$1,800.
that you made to them, yes.
They borrowed $300 for Christmas. The
And that's
Christmas
exactly
before.
the truck.
They borrowed throughout the whole year, Your Honor.
Well, and you selling me a vehicle without title, you are definitely referring to the vehicle, sir.
Yep.
That is perjury, and I believe what they say. Your claim is dismissed. Judgment for the defendants.
Billy, I'm over it now. As far as I'm concerned, that's done. It's over with. It's in the past. I got no hard feelings towards him. Dude wants to come over tomorrow for dinner. He's more than welcome.
He screwed me on the truck. I never give him another chance to screw me again. I've helped him out over the last couple of years. I've helped him out so many times.